Hello and welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of Underdark Cellars. I apologize for being gone so long, but that's what happens when there's a government shutdown. Then you have a Halloween party, and then you're on vacation that you had already booked prior to the government shutdown for a week, and then you get a cold that causes you to develop laryngitis, that causes you to not be able to talk for a week. So here we are, a whole month after I had intended to get this video out. So thank you so much for your patience. Today we are doing something that is a subscriber request. We are tackling Lord of Mysteries. Now, if you had not heard of Lord of Mysteries, like I had not heard of Lord of Mysteries, allow me to explain the premise to you. Lord of Mysteries is a Chinese donghua that was adapted from a Chinese web novel series by Cuttlefish Loves Jiving. Shout out, thank you so much for creating this. And it's kind of like a Victorian Lovecraftian horror, supernatural thriller, very interesting show. It's very different than my usual like happy rom-com funny like spy family things. It's like my favorite anime on the planet. Lord of Mysteries it's about this guy who transmigrates into the body of Klein, and he is trying to fight the fate that has been given to him and hopefully try and find a way back to Earth. And he became involved with like this investigative group that works on becoming Beyonders, and Beyonders are like super powerful like power users. Anyway, so to become a Beyonder, you ingest a potion, and there's like a whole bunch of different paths that you can take, but once you ingest the Series 9 potion, you're kind of locked into that one. And then in order to advance, you have to take the Series 8 potion, and then the Series 7 potion, and then all the way up to 0. And I think only some of them require a Series 0, but some of them require Series 1. And so it's like a gradual power scaling thing. And so it's very different than other isekais that you might see where someone like reincarnates into another world, and then they're like god tier powerful, and they, like develop this crazy harem that follows them around. It's not like that at all. I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm not one who normally enjoys like the Lovecraftian horror stuff. It kind of freaks me out. So that I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this. So thank you so much for the recommendation. We are going to go ahead and get started, shall we? We're starting with taking our Kentucky 74 Spiritless Alternative, and then we're going to add some cinnamon sticks and bring that to a low boil for just about 1 minute to get the cinnamon bark to open up and release the cinnamon essential oils. Then we're going to go ahead and put that in our jar, fill it up with the Kentucky 74, and then we're going to just top it off to make sure the cinnamon is completely submerged, and we're going to put that on the counter to chill out for about 2 days. Next, we're working on our lemon basil simple syrup. I used equal parts sugar and water. I used the zest of 1 lemon, and I used a bunch of basil that I had gently rolled between my hands just to release those essential oils as well. Bring that to room temperature and then chill until ready to use. Okay, so the first of these shots that we're making is the Seer. This is the Series 9 potion that starts Klein down the path of the Fool. Now, the Seer, for this I'm using 1/2 ounce of blue Curacao, 1 ounce of our gin alternative. I'm using the Free Spirits non-alcoholic gin spirit because of the juniper notes. We're also going to be using 1/2 ounce of Mountain Dew and 1/2 ounce of coconut water. Now, if you're making this IRL and you're making it boozy, I would use vodka instead. But because vodka doesn't necessarily have notes like that, I'm just using the gin alternative because it actually tastes like something, and I'm not using water. Though I did maybe not put in a whole 1/2 ounce of Mountain Dew, considering the majority of it got all over my counter. Next, we're working on the Spectator. This is 1.5 ounces of the Rum Alternative and 1/2 ounce of chai concentrate. This is really good. Again, if you want to make this boozy, just swap it out. Next, we're working on the Apothecary. This one, we are going to use a shaker. We're going to combine some gently muddled basil, some crushed ice, our gin alternative, our lemon basil simple syrup, and we are going to shake that until it's nice and chilled. We're going to pour that into our shot glass, and that is going to be it. For the Marauder, I made a cinnamon sugar rim on this shot glass, and that is just straight up the cinnamon infused whiskey from earlier. Really tasty, really strong. The next one is the Bard. This is both a tribute to Lord of Mysteries and D&D. We're going to take our cinnamon infused whiskey, some apple pie spice, some apple cider, and then we're going to shake that together until it's nice and combined and chilled. We're also going to put a drizzle of caramel around the top and a little bit on the bottom, and then we're going to top this off with a little bit of whipped cream. This little element is specifically a tribute to the bards of D&D for their kind of, shall we say, provocative demeanors. We're going to then do our last one. This is the Savant. I'm going to add some grenadine, pineapple juice, and our rum alternative. Also, don't judge my inability to get layers done. I don't do this on a regular basis. Okay, so this project was super fun. Thank you again for the recommendation to make some of the potions from Lord of Mysteries. I really enjoyed myself. That is not a show that I thought I was going to like, to be honest, but I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm actually in the process of rewatching it, and it's so good. So if you're looking for a new show, kind of Lovecraftian, spooky, a little horror, check it out. If that's not your thing, totally respect that, but maybe you might want to try making these. If you are looking to make these boozy and, you know, embrace your shots, I mean, yeah, go for it and just use like the real alternative instead. That brings us to the end of the episode. If you liked what you saw, smash that like button. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, drop those down below. I do read all of them. I do use your suggestions. Make sure you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, we are so close to 900, which means comparatively, we are so close to 1,000, which is really, really exciting. So if we could just get there, that'd be stellar. Make sure you have the bell for notifications turned on, and that is it. So adventurers, as always, take care of yourselves, do something nice for someone else, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.